Hello there, this is Bic Benedict. We're playing Rise of the Tomb Raider on the PC on Survivor difficulty. This is my guide for Survivor mode, and it is a full walkthrough on the PC version with, what was I going to say? Something like advanced tactics, I think. Yeah, right. You don't need advanced tactics to beat this game. You will need some mental acuity, though, because there are some puzzles coming up. I also wanted to... this fight here, I wanted to mention a couple of things, but we won't have time enough to do that because we've got a hard fight coming up. So when you approach the altar over here, you're going to spawn a fight after this cutscene, and what you want to do is destroy these Greek fire vessels as these guys go next to them. There's going to be a couple of guys rushing you, so you can either try to do a dodge counter when they come up to you, or you can just use the shotgun, which I do because it has such a great blast radius. This guy here, here's a charger. One charger, and I think another charger comes too. There's me screwing up the camera. It looks like they give you a jar here to craft a smoke grenade if you like. I don't see how that could help you here. Maybe moving from cover to cover. I will show you how to spawn kill a couple of enemies in the next part. Yeah, Rusher number 2. It looks like he went over there. Dude was brain dead. Shoot. There's, yeah, messing the camera up again. So these guys, they do have a little bit of body armor, but they're not heavies, so you don't have to worry about that. And if you're ever struggling in this game, make sure that you go raid tombs and gain experience and craft more resources for yourself. Come back, and hopefully your struggles should be minimized a little bit. But coming up into this room, what we're going to have is a couple of enemies dropping in here. So I failed this the first time. I failed to spawn kill them, but that's the way to do it. 2 enemies can kill both these waves, or what am I saying? 2 of the poison arrows can kill both of the waves. So, like, you'll drop one, like if they're accurate enough, you'll kill one wave with one, and then you'll kill that second wave as they come through the door. It's really nice. But we have a pretty difficult puzzle to solve coming up, and it was one of those things where I was really tempted to look online for the solution, but I decided against it because the game is not that long in the first place. So, oh yeah, over here you get the rebreather, which is a tool that lets you breathe indefinitely under the water. Sort of like the way in Ninja Gaiden, the remake, you couldn't really breathe underwater too much, and then you could get it later once you obtain what was it that you obtained? Some oxygen tank or something? There's that guy with the flamethrower pack on his back. Curious how he only appears one time in the game outside of that cutscene. But this next puzzle actually quite stupefying, and I wanted to take the opportunity to talk about some of the things as we do the puzzle. So all you need to do if you're stuck is just follow exactly what I do over here. But it's interesting because when I was playing Dark Souls, there's something called an Asylum Demon in the very beginning of the game, and he's actually not that hard. Seriously, like even for like, I am the most beginner ever you'll ever see in your life. Like I don't know a single thing about that game hardly. I don't even know what hollow means. I don't know anything. But when I was playing that game, they give you a little tip right before the Asylum Demon where it says do a plunge attack. And when I was streaming that game, I did something like extraordinary that that I could only have done if I had paid attention to that note. And I didn't pay attention to the note at first. You know those scratches on the ground that give you tips? It said do a plunge attack, and I didn't realize until I did a plunge attack, like over the, like, you know how when you start the Asylum Demon, you're over him and then you kind of fall onto him? I can't believe I'm talking about Dark Souls. It's weird. But I pressed the right bumper, and as I was falling onto him, I made contact with him, and I took half his life off, and I was just, it was one of those eye-opening moments of, holy shit, I just did that? I took half the boss's health off, and it was just completely by accident, and then I put it together. I put the note where it said, do a plunge attack, and this is probably, everybody knows about this, I'm sure, but I didn't. I've never played the game, really. I played it for like an hour, that's it. And I haven't even got far. But it was something, boy. It was something. And a couple of people were also, when I posted that channel trailer, there was a couple of people, there was one, like, I think I mentioned this guy before, he said, yeah, it was one of those inflections I can tell where he was saying, yeah, with the amount of times you've asked for money on here, it's probably not a good idea to even have the word mentioned in your trailer. And I wanted to just roll my eyes and just do a big sigh of exasperation, because that's not even what I meant whatsoever. Like, there's not even a correlation between the two. You know, there is a literal nature about both, but I just was kind of disappointed. There's a couple of people that completely understood what I meant, and those people are awesome. And even if you didn't understand what I meant, it's okay too. But the people who were theorizing about it and making all of these assumptions, you guys, like, these people really let me down. Like I thought we were friends, you know, that kind of sentiment. And we still are, but like, you have to know who I am if you've been following the channel for a while. Like, don't you know me? I would never take money, be ungrateful for it, and then laugh in the faces of the people that gave me the money off their hard-earned backs. I was like, I almost cried a couple times. I'm not just saying that I cried. I almost did when I saw these donations coming in. Like, the first night that I posted a donation video, and then I saw like 5 people donating. One person donated like $30 as well. Like, that means a lot to you. And you don't spit in the face of that kind of generosity and kindness of folks, you know. So anyway, so we're making our way up here. We've got a lot of platforming to do. The Deathless are trying to kill us, but we'll escape from them. And you may notice that we have that claw rope now. We could grab onto things in midair, and we'll also be getting the broadbent, or what are they called? Broadhead arrows. And using those, you want to purchase the attack where you can jam them into the walls, so that it makes platforming a bit easier for you. But I'll talk about that when we actually get there. It'll be in the next video. But I am really having fun with this game. I have a buddy on YouTube named Haddo. He was telling me that he's been playing this game quite a lot, and while it's not challenging, it's still very fun. Okay, so here's a nice fade out. I trimmed out a lot right there, you guys, of just walking around. So if you were to take a reverse right now, you can go to a tomb. It's called the Waters of Kitezh, I think. It's one of the more annoying tombs, in my opinion, because it's water-based. But if you want to partake in it, you can. And I think I only have one more tomb left to do. so I assume you get an achievement. But that's neither here nor there at the present time, because we're trying to meet our good friend Jonah. He's waiting for us up atop the mountain. We're going to see our old friend. So take care, you guys. This has been video 11. I will see you in the 12th installment. Take care.